Okay, hello class. Hello. This is ADD 100. I apologize that we're doing this class a little differently tonight, but we need to for several reasons. Not just because I can't be there with you, but more importantly, because Chapter 5, Gambling, Eating Disorders, Shopping, and other behavioral disorders has had a significant amount of research change since the publishing of our textbook by Dr. Catherine Van Warmer. A lot of the information, although it is foundational, has changed. Because we're talking about tonight's talk is going to include gambling, eating disorders, shopping, and other behavioral addictions, particularly sex addiction and porn. A lot of the research has changed in the last 4 years. For tonight's class, we're going to try to get to Chapter 6, but we're probably just going to stay with Chapter 5 because it's just very robust. Our learning objectives, I'm on slide number, I'll be getting to slide number 1, and we're going to start off with gambling addiction. But our learning objectives is to show the interconnectedness of all addictions and facts concerning the uniqueness of each one: gambling, food, shopping, internet, and sex addictions. Part of that is because again, we look at addiction on a continuum. You'll hear me continue to say that. And we are going to take a lot of our biases out, that because many of these activities and behaviors that we're going to speak of in Chapter 5 tonight are pleasurable activities, how and when they hit the addiction spectrum is what we're going to discuss. Although it is a pleasurable activity, once it hits the addiction spectrum and it goes from pleasure and you using gambling to regulate anxiety, or you using pornography to regulate depression and or anxiety, and you are using a behavior that can be pleasurable to manage another undiagnosed mental health disorder or something that manifested in early childhood, pubescence, or adolescence, then we cross over into the addiction spectrum. So we're going to explore the socioeconomic continuous contributors to gambling addiction, such as machine technology, state and government and liquor regulations, as well as the gaming industry overall and how it has changed. We're going to discuss in the DSM-5 how this has made it from just gambling addiction to gambling disorder. And what we mean by that, we're going to make a transition. We're going to be able to look at how it has changed. We're also going to be able to show biological factors in relation to anorexia and bulimia and how they correlate with OCD. We're going to discuss the name change for certain criteria in the DSM-5. These behavioral disorders such as binge eating and eating disorder and hoarding. We're going to look at all of those in part, and we're going to cognitively look at the CBT-based therapies. Although some of the research is talking about trauma-informed based CBT, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Marshall Linehan's dialectical behavioral therapy, which I think can manage a lot of our pornography addiction, and we don't have a lot of research in that, but we're going to look at that.